Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on your time zone. I hope everyone is having a great start to their weekend and a happy Saturday morning, or, all those other times of day that we just talked about. And I am so excited. One, because it's the weekend. I'm always excited when it's the weekend, but also because it is almost Art Fight. Somebody had already brought it up in the chat. We are about a week away from the kickoff to Art Fight. So let's go ahead and kick off this stream with a short jump over to my other screen. Hello, so good to see everyone. CJ the Wolf Dog, thank you for keeping me company in the chat while I was setting up this morning. As we discussed, my cats were all over the place this morning, so they woke me up quite early. I had quite the start to my morning, and I just wanted to show you guys something I was working on last night, so we're going to start there today. Hello Artbreaker, and hello Nibu, welcome back. I am so glad to see you, and I hope that you guys are having a great weekend as well. I decided, so I don't know if I've talked to you guys about this before, but I like to set goals. And if you've seen my videos, you'll know I like to set goals for Art Fight. Each year, I try to come up with a goal or two, sometimes more than one, for what it is that I want to learn or accomplish during Art Fight. And this year, instead of setting a specific number of drawings that I want to reach, I've decided that I'm going to just focus on learning new skills. And one of those new skills that I would like to learn is some traditional art, specifically how to use markers, because I honestly, honest, have not made the time, despite buying the supplies ages ago, I haven't made the time to learn how to use them. So this was kind of like my test subject, my test dummy, and it looks pretty good. I feel confident saying it looks pretty good when you look at it like this, just like on the screen by itself. But then when I pull my reference down, my digital art that I was basing this on, I can start seeing a lot of places where I have a lot of room still to improve. Not saying that digital is better than traditional. I don't think that at all. I don't think one is better than the other. I just have more experience with digital. And so I'm using some references of and these are my comic characters for anybody who hasn't read my webtoon. I was using these to try and make just little character sheets, little spreads with characters in them. Is it really a spread if it's just one page? Character pages in my new sketchbook. So I could test out the markers. And again, I'm not gonna get it right on the first try, but I think it was a decent first try. And let me know what you guys think. Hello Ram, hello The Abomination, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, and happy 1 week to go for Art Fight. We're so close, you guys, so close. All right, so that said, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back away, and just know that you might be getting some traditional art from me this year for Art Fight instead of all digital like I've done in the past. I'm gonna try to mix in as much traditional art as I can possibly manage. I do have a trip in the middle of July that I have to go to. So for that, I'll probably just be taking my iPad with me and drawing digitally, but other than that, I'm gonna try to get some traditional in. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about a few other things. And of course, if the music is too loud or you don't hear it at all, I ask you to please let me know. It's very hard for me to know what levels are right for my audio. I need all the help I can get, so keep me informed in the chat if songs are too quiet or too loud. All the help I can get is so much appreciated. I do have some plans for today, and then some things we're gonna wing it. I do feel like this stream, especially for this topic, should be a little bit more interactive because we are discussing today finding that motivation for Art Fight. And on the thumbnail, if you remember seeing that, it did say please and thank you, because I would like this to be like a conversation. I want to include you guys in creating what the stream is going to be, but I did bring a couple things to the table right off the bat that I wanted to share with you all. First things first, finding motivation for Art Fight a lot of times comes from inspiration, right? Motivation isn't always driven by inspiration, but it's a great place to start. And CJ says, it sounds good to me. Thank you so much. I'm glad that the audio levels are in a great place. And by the way, I totally did not even mention it. They were on screen, and then I just didn't bring it up at all what this mess of doodles is over here. These are thumbnails for the next chapter of my webtoon. I've just been dragging my feet drawing this because I've been so distracted and so hyped for ARTFIGHT that I honestly haven't finished even thumbnailing the chapter out so that I can start drawing it. So my plan this weekend is to try and force myself to focus and get this done. That's why I have it out on the table, on the desk, so that I don't forget about it. Now, back to ARTFIGHT. For ARTFIGHT, a great way to be motivated is to feel inspired. And a great way to get inspired is to go through your subscriptions box, because these are all going to be notifications from artists that you already follow. And if you have just joined ARTFIGHT for the first time and you don't really have many notifications in subscriptions, it's okay, because the way to really start filling this in is to start subscribing to artists that you find and you like on ARTFIGHT. And to subscribe to somebody, you simply follow their page, and that will let the website know to start sending any updates they make to you as a subscription. And so right now I'm starting to get character uploads, new characters from people that I'm subscribed to. So this avatar looking OC, this is probably a fan OC. I didn't mean to go to her on 2 tabs, but here we go. It's a fan, an avatar OC, fan-made OC. Looks really cute. This artist is so talented, and just coming across your subscriptions can really be inspiring, and it can also help you locate new bookmarks that you want to bookmark. She's really pretty. And I just want to take a look at this person's profile. Look, they've got the banners here, the waving banners, so cool, and they're going to be on Team Stardust. If you guys also know of, and they have such cute characters, look at this. If you guys also know any good, and my Discord people already know this, if you find any really fancy ARTFIGHT profiles, send them to me in Discord, because I am building out a video for what's possible on ARTFIGHT. And just to give you an example, here are some that I've found. I tagged this person a couple years ago. We had an attack chain, and they've really gone the extra mile with their profile, and they've got this really cute game aesthetic. They've got Choose Your Fighter, Player 1, and Spooky Chooks chicken OC. And so there's just Player 2 down here. There's a lot of really cool creative stuff that you guys can do on ARTFIGHT with your profiles, and I'm not going to give them all away. I do have a folder, like you saw a second ago, what's possible on ARTFIGHT. I do have some bookmarked in here already, but I'm going to put these all in a video so that we can kind of just all drool over what's possible together in that video. But if you find any more, share them with me in Discord, because I would love to compile them all together into one place so that we can all see them back to back to back. All right. That in mind, the other thing I really wanted to say as far as motivation goes, it's a two-way street. Motivation's a two-way street. It's one thing to look for ways to inspire and motivate yourself. It's another to pay it forward, right? So my biggest suggestion that is going to cost you the least energy imaginable is to be kind and comment on other people's stuff. So what I mean by that, and this honestly will help you too, by the way, at least I think it will, because I know it helps me. And being GoNuts' motivation, I don't have that, I have spite. And CJ's spite is so real. CJ says, look up Chaos Grizzly. Okay, I'll do that in a second. We'll definitely check Chaos Grizzly out. So I just went to the homepage real quick, and we're gonna look at another character. And as you're browsing characters, looking for bookmarks, looking for people to follow, looking for folks to target for your hit list, whatever it is that you're doing to help you kill time between now and ARTFIGHT starting in 1 week, because 1 week feels so close and so far at the same time, especially if you're already ready, your profile's up to date, your character sheets are up to date, all that stuff is set, because I feel like this, I don't know about you guys, this is the first year I have been so ready before ARTFIGHT has even started. I feel pumped and prepared. And one of the things that is left to do that you're never going to run out of is an opportunity to pump up other people, to hype up other players. And that is a way to pay forward inspiration, to pay forward motivation, to pay forward all the kind of like enthusiasm and good community interactions and engagement, and really make ARTFIGHT such a, like, just a better place. And we all have that in us. We're all capable of that. So what I do suggest, and I clicked on this one not just because it was random, I actually did look at all the thumbnails really quickly when we were looking at the new uploads on the front page. And I picked this one because I love this style. This style kind of reminds me of, have you seen Cosmic, oh, what is her channel? I was just watching one of her sketchbook tours this morning, actually. I'm gonna go look real quick because I want to call this out correctly. If I go back here, it is Cosmic Spectrum Art. Now I saw that right the first time, so I'm going to pull this down here for a second and show you too. This character, really, honestly, the style does remind me a whole lot of Cosmic Spectrum's art, and I don't know if you've seen this character. Not character, oh my goodness, my brain is, I have such ARTFIGHT brain right now. I don't know if you've seen this creator on YouTube, but she has amazing art videos. Definitely worth a watch, especially if you're interested in sketchbooks and traditional art, 'cause she does just some super, super high quality traditional art that just blows my mind. Everything she puts out is just a banger, so highly recommend. And that's kind of like why I picked this, because it has that look and feel to me, and I just really dig it. So something I might do is come in here and pay forward my enthusiasm and help kind of like hype up this other player, hype each other up. That is a great way to get motivated, is to motivate others. So I want to say something like, saw this character on the front page and wow, love the style, the Argyle shirt, just everything. Muy bonita, love, love, love. Hope you have a great ARTFIGHT. And what team was this person? I want to check real quick. Seafoam. Hope you have a great ARTFIGHT. And then you picked a great team, Winky Face, because I'm also Team Seafoam. Have a great ARTFIGHT. You picked a great team. Seafoam for the win. And there we go. So something like that. Just little things. Like, it cost me, do you think it even took 30 seconds? I don't think it even took 30 seconds. It's really quick. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It's not hard to type. So it wasn't a struggle, but it was worth it. And I think that when they log in and then they see that notification, because it's gonna pop up, like here on their notifications board, like right above new followers. If you have new comments, it'll be like up here between these two two categories, notifications and new followers. There will be new messages. And so they'll see that, and it'll just hopefully brighten their day a little bit and get them a little extra pumped for ARTFIGHT. Serb says, I'm far too socially anxious to comment like that. I wish that I could. If it stresses you out, I don't want to force you to do something that's not fun for you. So this is just like, if it helps you feel good, I encourage that you do it. But if it's gonna stress you out, don't feel pressured. It's not a must do. This is absolutely optional. Everything we're doing today on stream is optional. None of this is necessary stuff. Like, we're past the necessary for ARTFIGHT. We've already done the streams on setting up. We've already done the streams on prepping extra. Now we're doing a stream on just staying motivated. Once all of that's out of the way, how do you stay motivated for, gosh, what is it? 1 week, 2 days, and 46 more minutes. That's what we're doing today. We're working on those goals. Nebu says, I honestly need to comment more, but I have this dumb fear people are gonna be like, ooh, who is this person? Like, I know people won't, but it's still this fear that is hard for me to push away. And then Artbreaker says, I love commenting on random characters and profiles because I love when I get random comments, so I try to give the energy back into the world. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm suggesting too. That's why it was like the first thing I wanted to bring up this morning, because I think that as far as just keeping up that momentum, we know that it encourages us, right, when we receive those comments. I haven't met a single person yet. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I haven't met anyone yet that has told me, no, actually, I hate that. So for the most part, everyone I've come across is super, super encouraged and inspired by receiving comments. And so like you can comment directly to the page too. Like if you don't want to comment on a character, if that just feels a little too personal, or you're a little bit concerned, like Nebu says, ew, why are they talking about my character like that? Like, why is she talking about the comment I just left, where I was like, oh, I love this Argyle's shirt on your character. What if they were like, oh, why are they if they like the shirt, but don't they like the pants? Are the pants bad or something? I don't know. Like if people are, you know, reading between the lines and making up stuff that's not there, if that's something you're worried about, you can totally evade that, but still be friendly in the comments by just dropping a comment like in the open space here on the profile instead of targeting a specific character. I don't think there's anything wrong with commenting on a specific character. I do it all the time. But you can also just greet people too. Like in there, I'm going to show you an example. Notifications, we'll go to notifications. I went to Artbreaker, did I say it to you? Because you joined in 2018, so I probably didn't say it to you because you've been on here for a little while. This is cute, by the way, super cute. I love that you did this as a, gosh, what do they call them? Meet the artist? You set yours up, you did your team card, right? Like here's your team card, it just reformatted on this side. You've got your featured characters, but then you also did a meet the artist with it. You combined them. I think that's super cute. I love that a lot. But yeah, I didn't come down here and say welcome to ARTFIGHT because I mean you've already been on ARTFIGHT since 2018. But for somebody like maybe this one, they joined in 2023. I'm trying to figure out who I recently commented it to. This person joined this year. So maybe I dropped them the comment. I didn't, but we're going to, okay? We're gonna make this happen. It's their first year. If you see it's somebody's first year, you can kind of do what I'm doing here, which is just saying welcome to ARTFIGHT and then dropping like a little, you know, heart emoji. Hope you have a great year. Just something small like that to help introduce them to ARTFIGHT, to let them know, you know, you're not shouting into a void. I see you. Your profile is being seen. You're not invisible, which they should know by the fact that they have all these followers already, but not everybody has that. Some people join and they don't really have a ton of people. Like maybe this person knows a lot of friends already, and so all their friends just immediately followed their page. While other people who join it and don't have friends, art friends who are already there, might not build followers that fast. So, you know, it's always fun to kind of like just let them know, I see you. Welcome to ARTFIGHT. I hope you have a great first year. Anytime you see somebody who joined in this year, like joined 2024. Roddy says, hello, hi, welcome back to the stream. I'm so glad to see you and I'm glad you were able to make it. We're just looking at a couple of ways to stay hyped and to hype each other, like hype other people up as well. Serby says, I always comment on all attacks I receive, though I want them to know how much I appreciate their art. Ditto, same, like literally everyone. I will never not comment on an attack because first I want you to know I saw it. I don't want you to ever think I didn't see your work. But also, yeah, because I love it. I'm always gonna let you know, like all 160 of these. All 160 defenses in my 8 years, 7 years, this will be number 8. 7 years of ARTFIGHT. There's not a single one of these that I haven't commented back on. There's always gonna be, I'm gonna always say something, and I'm always gonna let you know what I love about it. So I'm not just gonna be like, hey, thanks, and then like kind kind of like snatch and run. I'm not gonna like do a flyby. I'm gonna like not write like a paragraph, but I'm gonna at least give you what it is I love about them and what I love about what you drew and how you drew them, because everybody draws a little differently. So every person that draws a character for you is gonna bring something different to that character design. And it's definitely worth pointing it out. Like, what do you love about it? And I was like, for here, dang, he cleans up good. You drew this spiffy little frog and the outfit is perfect. I've put this little frog character in a couple different outfits, but I didn't design this one, so adding that I thought was super cute, and I definitely made sure to point that out. So just some stuff like that, like, oh, like a little comment goes a long way, like such a long way. And you know, if you've received a comment, you kind of know that already because you've been on the receiving end. So it's fun to give comments just as much as it is to receive them, even if it's like a little bit anxiety inducing. It can be a little bit nerve-wracking if you're not used to like speaking your thoughts out loud. It can be kind of hard for some folks, but I think it's definitely worth just bringing a smile to somebody else's face who took time out of their day to draw your character for you. Whew. Man, I'm a little out of breath. Let me grab a drink real quick. CJ says they just updated their profile. Oh, that reminds me. You asked me to look at another one, Chaos Grizzly. Let's do that real quick. While we're here, you know, let's just take a quick peek at this one you suggested. Oh, that's awesome. I see why you suggested this, because it's like above and beyond. Yeah, this is incredible. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna deep dive explore this. We're gonna do it in that video I talked about where we talk about going above and beyond, like what's possible on ARTFIGHT. Oh man, if I can get it into this folder. Okay, so we're gonna save this. We'll talk about this in my next video, okay? Thank you for recommending it, and we'll definitely do a deep dive soon. And if your friends have any like cool things that they're doing with their profiles, send them over. Let's add them. Let's give them a little bit of like a shout out. Okay, so goodness. What was I gonna say? I really wanted to check out Kitty Knight's, how she's doing, because I've been doing like revenge chains with her for years. Like we both joined the same year. We joined in 2017. And I think we've been doing revenge chains with each other ever since. This is cute. Team Stardust. I don't even know, like, what is this? I don't know. These are so cute. She made little sprites. What? All her characters have little sprites. I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I freaking love this, and I'm going to save this too. We're gonna just drop that in here. Yeah. I'm not gonna go over everything. I love her stuff. I was curious. She was in my subscriptions. I had to look. I've drawn this one before. You guys want to see it? You want to see my version of this character that I drew? It should be in the text somewhere. Gosh, what year was it? I feel like it's been a while. It was 2019. I drew this character for her, and I put her like in this like little window bench, and then she's just kind of sewing some stuff. So yeah. Back in ye old 2019. CJ says, these make my profile seem sad. They're also good. I know, I'm trying, but I'm also not doing like crazy coding. I'm just doing kind of the basics. And then I'm picking like stuff I think is really cute to try to make it look more fancy than it actually is. I love this little cat. I think he's so cute. And then I've got like the waving banner by Bobblebee. But I also don't want to overdo it, because if I overdo it and it takes forever to scroll down to get to this stuff, people might get like annoyed at me. So I don't want to go too far with that kind of stuff. And then of course we talked about before, in the last stream, we talked about doing your bingo cards. If you haven't done your ARTFIGHT bingo card yet, the template for that is still in my Discord. It's a pinned comment to the ARTFIGHT channel under art channels in Discord. And I don't know if you guys saw last night, friendy Leah did she did her bingo card live on stream, which was really fun to watch. She always streams so late. I said friendy Leah, that's not her YouTube name anymore. Her YouTube name is Already-ish now. That's what she goes by now. So Already-ish streamed her bingo card last night, and it was really fun. I think they're fun to make, so for anybody who hasn't yet and still wants to kill some time and get their art fight a little bit more spiffy, this is a great way to do it. And welcome, Roddy, to the Discord, by the way. Nebu, I'm worried my profile was too much, but it looks so nice. So you're torn. Yeah, I know how it feels. It's hard to find balance. And Artbreaker says they saw already a stream last night. Speaking of, that just reminded me, Already-ish and Pilfer and I put together a podcast episode. I'm also typing and talking at the same time on ARTFIGHT, and it is streaming, or not streaming, it is premiering, in like an hour and a half, basically, yeah, in an hour and a half. So I'm gonna pin this link, because that is gonna be that premiere. We don't need to jump over there just yet. I will end my stream in time for us to go over and catch this podcast episode, because excuse me, I think it is just so enlightening to jump on a podcast with other players who've been doing ARTFIGHT for different, like, Already-ish, this is her 3rd year. Pilfer, it's his 5th year. And this is gonna be my 8th year of ARTFIGHT. So we've got like a lot of experience and a lot of different experiences between the 3 of us with ARTFIGHT. And so we're also like different artists, you know, we have different likes and dislikes and different styles. And I think putting the 3 of us in a room together to talk about ARTFIGHT came up with some really interesting feedback and some really interesting stories about stuff that we've seen. Which of my 7 years was my favorite? Oh gosh, that's a great question. Hello Dee, welcome. Good to see you back. I'm glad you made it to the stream. So just real quick in summary, we are going to, after the stream ends, all migrate together over to the premiere for the podcast and check out all the deep secrets from Brendy and Pilfer and myself of ARTFIGHT for the past several years. But that question, CJ, was not one of them that we talked about on stream. So you're kind of catching me off guard. What was my favorite year of ARTFIGHT? Oh my gosh. Oh, goodness. I think maybe if I look at some of the art, I can kind of figure it out. Last year was a really good year for me. I got to do some animation, which I hadn't done before. So like I animated this like little fridge emoting. So that was really cool because I'd never done that before. And then I animated this like little ghost kid somewhere. They took the character down this year, and I think they were on stream just the other day. But anyway, there's like another animation here somewhere. Here we go, this gif of the little ghost boy. And he's got little cat ears and a little plant growing out of his head. 2 plants, a flower and a little stem here and a little kite. And so last year was a big year for me. I think one of the biggest because I got to do animations as well, and I got in all my revenges except one. We talked about that though. That doesn't count because it rolled in like at the last second on August 1st, which I didn't have time to revenge it. That really wasn't my fault. Yeah, I don't know, like 2023 I guess would be my best year. I mean, it's still kind of fresh in my mind too. I know, so if we look here, 2022 is a really short year. I only did 2 rows in 2022. I didn't get to do a lot of drawing. I think my life was really kind of upside down at that time, so that wasn't a great year for me. Already-ish, hello and welcome. I'm sorry you can't stay longer. You'll be at the premiere though, right? For, the ARTFIGHT episode of the podcast? Will you? Hello to Ram. Did I already say hello? If I didn't, let me say it now. Hello, Ram, and welcome to the stream. Gonna do so good in ARTFIGHT. You are. Everybody is. I think this year, I don't know, there's just vibes in the air, right? It's been so, I don't know, just so thick, right? Like there's so much ARTFIGHT stuff going on right now. So many people are talking about ARTFIGHT. So many people are signing up for ARTFIGHT. It's getting so packed, and in a good way. Like it's such a good thing to see. How many people do we have? just on Team Seafoam, which if there's almost 100,000 users on Seafoam, you know Team Stardust has probably got like 100,000. Yeah, they got like 113,000 users. 113,000 people signed up for Stardust. Hi, hello Helena. Welcome to the stream and good to see you. Heartbreaker's best year was 2022 and they got 60 attacks in. That's a huge number. That's a huge number. I don't know how people can do more than 30 because I feel like one a day. I don't know that, like, I try to average one a day. That way if I do 2 or 3 in a day and then some days I just can't because of work or whatever, it makes up for it. Like my weekend days make up for the days I miss during the week. 60 is a lot to me. Yay, I said the name correct. Oh, that's gotta be a first. I feel like I've never done that before. Yay, today's a good day. I even pronounced something right on the first try. Also, Littlest Pet, welcome to, it's Roddy. You have an interesting Discord name. Welcome to the Discord. I think I said that already once, but I'll say it again. And Bingo Ned, hello. You always struggle with getting a good number of attacks in iDraws though. Literally same, me too, I draw pretty slow. Gosh, what was some of the other things we were going to talk about today? So finding motivation, I wanted to ask, that's the other thing. I wanted to ask you guys, because I can share till I'm out of breath how I stay motivated or where I find inspiration or how I maintain momentum as best as I know how. But I also want to hear from you guys. What do you do? How do you stay motivated? How do you maintain momentum? How do you stay, engaged all the way to the end of ARTFIGHT? I mean, it hasn't even started yet, but what are your guys's, like, what are your strategies, right? What is your war strategy? What is your war plan? Let me know. Heartbreaker says, I do big batches. I do 10 sketches on the same canvas. And people call you Helena, says Helena. That's interesting. I lost my train of thought. Heartbreaker, you do 10 sketches on the same canvas, then the line art, then coloring, rendering, kind of like an assembly line. That's a really cool strategy. That is a really cool strategy. I like that idea a lot. I should try something like that. Serb says, I've done 42 attacks in 2 years, and I've been in the 2 years I've been in, so I feel pretty good about that. Specifically, or especially because 2 were VTuber models that took a while. Yeah, I can't even imagine doing a VTuber, like, that's a lot of work. I did the 2 GIF animations that were like minimum, like super minimal on like frames. VTubing, like that, I haven't even made my own. Like, I have a PNG tuber, I haven't even made a VTuber. That's a lot of work. Hey, hello, Rowie. How are you? You try not to take it too seriously. You draw freely and put silly doodles here and there. That's the other thing too, and you bring up a great point. These are not commissions, right? This is gift art. You can go as hard or as soft as you want. You can go as like sketchy, or as polished as you feel inclined to do. So here's one where I just did a simple headshot, and it's still digital. I just used like a really rough pencil brush so that I could keep it nice and loose. And I just submitted it this way. Like, this was the whole attack, instead of going for like full polish. And I tried to kind of put it on a background that made it look a little bit like toned paper, just to sort of sell that like pencil look. But yeah, you can go easy, you can go hard. I actually don't even know what the hardest, like how hard is the hardest I've ever gone. Oh man, some of these backgrounds are super weak. Look at this. This was my idea of a bookshelf. And what year was this? 2019. Oh, it's so crooked and just not right. Yeah. So one of these years, maybe not this year, but one of these years I need to make doing good backgrounds my goal, because I gotta tell you, I have been slacking hard. Look at how weak these backgrounds are. They're not good. Granted, this is also, what is 2020? 2019? I mean, I went backwards kind of a ways. We can go forwards again. Artbreaker, I can't see it. Oh, no, you're right. I was on the wrong screen. No, thank you so much for telling me. Yeah, if I go back, I'll show you what I was looking at because it was pretty sad. So some of these weak backgrounds that I was just... Did you guys see this? Like the whole time I was talking about this, you probably weren't seeing it. So this was the traditional one that I talked about. It's digital and it's made to look traditional. So I just did a real simple headshot with some really loose pencils in Krita, I think, and then mimicked a toned paper background so that I could keep it kind of simple. And then sometimes I go real hard on it, and like I tried here to go real hard. It's still simple though. The backgrounds are pretty simple. Nebu backgrounds, what's that? All my characters live in a void. Amen to that. I feel that on like such a deep core level. Like, what is a background anyway? You can tell that my backgrounds are weak. You can just tell, because look at this. I was like, oh, I'll just fake that there's a house plant behind her. Like there's like a Christmas tree or something. I'll fake it. It's like so bad. I think I just used like the what do they call this even? It's like a gum leaf or something brush, and then just kind of like did it in a triangle like shape to make like almost like a tree. It's not good. That's weak. I tried really hard here with the water. I'm not gonna lie. This was me making an effort. I was trying, and it still just doesn't look good. Like it just ends here. And then what? I don't know. Something happened. I'm not sure what, but it wasn't good. But that's not my goal this year. I'm not trying to fix my background weakness this year. This one is simple, but I actually felt this one was pretty effective as far as backgrounds go. I kind of like created this little canyon, and then I faded things into the background for it. I don't hate this one. I think I did pretty decent with this as a background. I mean, it's so simple though. It's implied. Does that make sense? You like the water. Thank you. I appreciate it. Cam says, hello. Can't stay in the stream for too long, but still hyped for ARTFIGHT. I'm so glad you were able to stop by, Cam. I'm glad you're hyped for ARTFIGHT, and I hope to see you again, even if you can't be here right now. Also, if you can't catch it now, catch it later. The podcast that's going to be coming out in, drum roll, please. It's still like an hour and a half away, but that's okay. Helena got to go. Bye. I might someday come across your channel again. Well, I hope to see you then, and have a good weekend. For the folks who can't stay, have a great weekend, and I hope that you guys are able to join us next time for another stream in the future. We will, of course, be streaming ARTFIGHT constantly for July. Every chance I can share what I'm drawing, I will share what I'm drawing with you guys. So if it's your characters, especially if you know that you already attacked me and there's a good chance I'll be drawing revenge, you could get an early glimpse at that revenge. No, we're not done. We're not done. We're not done streaming yet, Dee. Not quite yet. Just saying, future streams. It's a great opportunity to get a quick look at your character in progress. Also a great time to help me figure out details I might not be sure about. You can always chime in and tell me what I'm not understanding or help me clear up some confusion I might have. But on the background front, yeah, I got a long way to go when it comes to backgrounds. But this year is not the year of backgrounds for me. Next year, maybe. Next year can be the year of backgrounds. I'm gonna put it off. I'm not ready for it. What about you guys? What is your goal this year? What is your focus? Ram, if I'm not saying anything, it's because you're looking at characters up on your hit list. I completely understand, my friend. I love doing that. It is kind of like an addiction at this point. I have, man, I'm quite the list. Quite the list of things to draw. Artbreaker, I love drawing backgrounds. Oh, Artbreaker, I wish I had that enthusiasm for backgrounds. I wish I was better at them. And your goal is to do 70 attacks. You're trying to beat your own record. I think that's a great goal. Serbs, when I wanted to get better at background, I modeled them a lot in Blender to use space, and Cam says more than 7 attacks is my goal. And then Mail, what did I miss? You want to try attacking with 15 animations? Oh my gosh, that's a lot. I did 2 last year, and I was like, that's all I got for animation. I was like, I gotta keep the ball rolling and on some of the other defenses that I owed. Lunar Garden, hello and welcome to the stream. So good to see you. We are talking about, well, actually we kind of got a little off topic, but that's okay. Like I said, this is a conversation stream. It's all of us communicating together and making kind of like sharing ideas so that we can all sort of feel inspired. That's part of it, right? Like part of boosting motivation is sharing inspiration, and it rhymes. Put it on a card, you know? Ram says, I am stuck at deciding which OC to put on your hit list from my OCs, Perry, because they're all pretty. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you think so. I worry sometimes they're a little bit too, like, I don't think I have same face syndrome. I don't think it's that, but they are mostly human. So I do worry sometimes that people might be a little bored with them. Although some of them do have like magic or special abilities, you don't always just see that by looking at them. So it can be kind of like a hidden trait, maybe not super obvious, but I don't know. They're like, whichever one you want to draw, anything you want to draw is fine by me. If you want to draw a refrigerator, that's fine by me. I have a refrigerator and you can draw it. So if that inspires you, there it is. He's kind of a grumpy fridge. You can tell because every picture of him, he just has this face of not today, like not today either. So he's a grumpy fridge. Lunar Garden is laughing. I'm glad I could make you laugh. Yeah, so I hope they're not too boring. And I did do the bingo card, and the bingo card made me feel a little bit better about those concerns, because I was like, I don't know, there's a lot of humans, it might be kind of boring, but then I filled in this card, and I was like, you know, there's some variety here, they're not so bad. The only one that I didn't have, and so I moved the like logo into this space over here, is an OC based on a song. That was like the one space I couldn't fill, and I was like, I'm okay with that. I'm fine with just, you know, moving the bingo over there. Put all your art on the fridge. Naboo, that's such a cool idea. Oh, I love that. I should do an updated, oh my gosh, I should do an updated reference sheet, because or not reference sheet, but like another, you know, just another one, because there's only 2 and you can have 6. I should do another one, but like have all the magnets holding up past ARTFIGHT drawings. Oh, that'd be so cool. I'm so excited. Thank you for that idea. I'm so gonna do that. I'm gonna go through here from like past years and pull some of these. Look at some of these fridge pictures, by the way. They're so good. Like there's mine, but then it's got all these friends. They're so cute. All these little fridges. Yeah, I think putting some pictures on the fridge is a great idea. I love that. It would also make for a cool mass attack, by the way, Naboo. That's a great idea, because you could do, I'm gonna skip this song. You could do the fridge, right? But then draw attacks for a bunch of other characters in photos on the fridge. That way it counts as like a mass attack. That could work too. Thinking outside the box, Naboo. I love it. I think that's so cool, and that's such a good idea. Also, I hope this song is playing, because now I don't hear anything. Some of these, by the way, just like, you're like, oh, you look at it on face value, and it's like, oh, it's such a simple character. It's just kind of like a rectangle. But some people get really creative, super creative with the simple characters. Look at this piece that somebody did of all these fridges playing Uno. I love this sketch. It's like not even colored, but I love it. It's so beautiful. And you can see here, there's like a lot of fridges on ARTFIGHT. You can find a bunch of fridges. Look at this one, this little makeup fridge is so cute. So yeah, just be creative, think outside the box, do some fun things. That's another way to get motivated, is do something weird and unusual, something that you don't normally do. So like for me, I normally make human characters. So then what do I go and do that's fun and new? If you want something new, try a character you would never think to draw, like normally, like a fridge. I draw these people all the time. Why not just draw a fridge? So that was a really fun way to sort of like reinvigorate myself, and it totally goes along with the topic for today's stream. So I actually really appreciate you guys kind of like steering the conversation in that direction. That was really helpful. Lunar Garden says, I already know what character I'm drawing for you. They might be from your comic. Oh, that's so exciting. I don't know why I sang that, but I guess I got excited before I finished reading the sentence. My comic, by the way, folks, is this one, this second row here of all the characters that are all kind of drawn in the same style. That's because they belong in the same universe. These are my comic characters. If you draw them for me, I will love you forever. And I will feature them in my webtoon. So at the bottom of my webtoon chapters, I used to do, for people who've done this in the past, they might remember it differently. I used to actually share, I don't know why it does that every time. I used to actually share another way to get my webtoons, like right here too. I used to share a chapter of the webtoon used to just be for ARTFIGHT. So I think if I go back far enough, I should just see an ARTFIGHT chapter. So yeah, bonus chapter, The Gift of Art. This whole chapter was just ARTFIGHT attacks. So here I said that I was doing like YouTube, and so everybody here from like ARTFIGHT, and I like tagged their socials, but they're all from like ARTFIGHT. I did a whole chapter of just art attacks on my webtoon characters. But now the way I do it is I will share at the end of every chapter oh gosh, not all of these have them yet because I didn't have enough to put on every single chapter, but I'll fill in the gaps. So now I have like a featured fan art section at the bottom of every chapter. This is where your art will go. If you draw one of my webtoon characters, they will be featured on one of my chapters that doesn't already have a featured fan art, probably one of the new ones, and then I will link it right back to your ARTFIGHT account. So it'll be your picture plus your link, so everybody can find you that likes the art. And this is just the way I want to show love to you guys without using an entire chapter for it, because what ends up happening, I've noticed with webtoon, and you might know this too if you're an avid webtoon reader, is that bonus chapters get a lot less clicks. People will skip them and just go back to the story. So you can tell right here, like this one has 29 hearts, and then like the first one had 46, a bonus chapter 29, a real chapter, like a story chapter 36, another bonus chapter 27, and then when we go back to the story, back up to 37. So bonus chapters can kind of get ignored sometimes, so I'm not doing them as bonus chapters anymore. I am just doing them as featured fan arts at the bottom of story chapters. That way they'll get seen by more people. You guys put a lot of work into your art. I want people to see it. Plus, I love that you draw my characters, and so I'm really excited about that, and I want to share that excitement. Serp says, I love seeing fan art under comics. Me too. I think it's honestly just so, I don't know, it's like special. It shows that the community is involved. It shows that people care, and I think that that's really precious. We Hire Monkey has been trying to upgrade Trashy Dan. I have not seen, by the way, he said, I'm finally here, welcome to the stream. I have not seen this character you keep talking about, this Trashy Dan character you keep talking about. I need to find my way. I liked that one. Sorry, distracted by webtoon. Yeah, if you guys are webtoon readers, by the way, check out my webtoon. It's pretty good, I think. I'm pretty proud of it. And like we were talking about earlier, I was literally trying to remind myself, that's why this is here, these are thumbnails for the next chapter. Spoilers! Trying to remind myself that I gotta do that. So after the stream and after the podcast premiere are both over, then it's back to work. So back to drawing webtoons, and that's gonna be like my to-dos for this weekend so that we can get out the next chapter to the readers. They deserve it, so I gotta put in the work. And then this is like I said at the beginning of the stream, I just literally, it's page 1 of a sketchbook, and you guys that know me well know I I've like never finished a sketchbook. I've barely ever even started one. The first one I've ever started was last year, my travel sketchbook. And if anybody's seen that or those videos, you'll know that I've done like maybe 10 pages of that, and it's the first time I've done 10 pages of any sketchbook, so I'm really super new to drawing and sketchbooks. And I'm gonna try this summer for ARTFIGHT to do a lot more traditional art because it's the best time to learn. And I would like to use that momentum to force myself to learn traditional art. So you're gonna see more of this, but instead of my webtoon characters, it's gonna be your characters. So thumbs up. Goodness. So back to ARTFIGHT. This isn't ARTFIGHT, this is Cosmic Spectrum on YouTube. Love her. She's awesome. That's not what I was trying to get to though. So back to the ARTFIGHT page, and we'll go back to the homepage real quick. Nebu says, that's better than me. I have sketchbooks I've never drawn in. Genuinely, honestly, truthfully, same. Same. That's why I'm really trying this time to do some actual work in my sketchbooks, to not be wasteful, especially because I think markers dry up pretty quickly, and I've spent a lot of money on markers that are all going bad, and I feel really bad about that, so I'm trying to use them while I still can. Like, I had some Copic markers that my mother-in-law bought me for Christmas a couple years ago. Copics, right? I don't even know how to use markets. I don't even know how to use markers, and she bought me like the best or the most, I don't know, fancy kind, and I didn't use them, and then I just tried to recently, and they were dry. They were all dried up. They're no good. I feel so bad. I just wasted all of it. So I'm gonna try to do better, and you guys are gonna help me with ARTFIGHT do better. So yeah. Oh, they do? Nebu says, crap, I have hoo-hoo markers I've never used yet, and I've had them for years. So the ones that I used for the hoo-hoo, yeah, those are the ones I used for, let me flip back over real quick. Oh gosh, where's my buttons? Buttons, here we go. So this is a hoo-hoo. I did a hoo-hoo markers for these yesterday, and I bought them 2 years ago. So they're still good after 2 years at least. I can say that much. They probably last a lot longer than that, and I just don't know because I haven't had them that long. But yeah, I just don't want these to go the same way that my Copics went. So, Copics, however it's said. So I'm trying to do better. Yeah, hoo-hoos are really good from what I've heard and from so far that I tried. I think they're good. We Hire Monkey says, I use laser printers for that reason. They don't dry out like inkjet. Oh my gosh, printers are a whole nother nightmare. This is so cute. I love these, by the way. Anybody else absolutely in love with, oh, I messed it up. I tried to click on it and it didn't happen. You guys like these icons? Because I do. I think they're so cute. And I love the colors, the teal and the purple. Such nice colors, both very pretty colors. It makes it hard to choose. I think they did a good job this year creating like really equitable teams. CJ says, I have some hoo-hoo markers. They work well, but the light gray dried out. So yeah, markers will dry out. That's the unfortunate truth. We all need to hear it. We all need to know the markers will dry out. You have to use it or lose it with markers. That's like, it's so true. I learned the hard way for sure. Jazz, I love the art you just posted in the Discord. Can I show it? I'm gonna show it. Look at this. Look at this. Seafoam themed PFP from Jazz in the Discord. Look at that. That's so pretty. It's got shells and it's got a little crown. Oh, and it's got like, look at this. Look at this. It's got like mermaid ears. Love it. Are these pearls? These are really cute. There's a lot going on here. I'm sure in color it's gonna be even prettier. So that's exciting. We can look forward to that. We can check that out when it's done. Goodness. Lunar says all cute. Yes, so cute. I love it. All right, so back to our topic. I have to like remember what was our topic. So pretty, says Serby. I hope Jazz is here or sees this stream later so they can see your comments because it is really pretty. You can always tell them in the Discord too, since that's where I just showed you that from. It was in the Discord. So motivation, we have, let's go back and take another look at the time, like 1 week, 2 days still, and 6 minutes. So basically I think we can just call it 1 week and 2 days. The 6 minutes, they'll go by fast. We have 1 week and 2 days left. It's about to become 1 week, 2 day, or 1 week, 1 day, and like 23 hours and something minutes. But there's a really accentuated but. It will go by quickly, especially during the week, because if you have a full-time day job or if you go to school, this 1 week will happen fast. So 9 days, says D Fanatic. Correct. 9 days to go. How do we stay motivated for 9 days if we've already finished prepping, right? Like, this is the fastest year. Let me know if you've started earlier in past years, because I do feel like I'd love to survey. I would love to survey and know, because I'm pretty convinced that this is the fastest year that players on the whole, like across the community, have been this prepared more than 1 week ahead of time. I have never in my life seen the community get together and gear up so fast as I have this year. I mean, we're talking, they started in May. In May. People, yep, see, Artbreaker just said it. I started prepping in May, says Artbreaker. And they stay motivated by making another character. That is a really good way to stay motivated. I'm actually, during this 9-day wait, I'm gonna do that idea that you guys just gave me, Nebu, about doing the fridge with the pictures on it. I think that'd be really cute. So that's one way that I can stay busy. Hello, Puffer, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Tanilla, you're back. Good to see you. Oh my God, I started prepping in March. Oh, I think you win as far as like early preppers go. If there was like a sash or a crown for the earliest prepper, that is the earliest prepper I have heard about so far this year. Tanilla, everyone was prepping in March. Can you imagine? Tanilla, you have to answer this question, please. How are you going to stay motivated if you started in March? Like, how do you maintain your momentum? Because I got to know. I'm excited. I am like, I know like when July starts, the fever just kind of takes over. You just get, I don't know, like this electric charge to go. And oh my gosh, this is so cute. Sorry, I'm distracted. Look at this character. Look at these shorts. They're so cute. Ah, I love it. Speed reading the bio. This is really cute. I want to see their profile. They're on my team. No, it's a friendly fire. That's okay. Hi, everybody. Wait, are they new? Kind of. They joined last year, but it looks like they didn't play last year, so this might be their first year. I know they've been here. I know it says 2023, but I'm still gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing, you guys. Are you ready? Welcome to ARTFIGHT! Exclamation point. And we did this heart last time. Let's do this heart this time. Hope you have an awesome year. Go Team Seafoam. And I wish I had like little shells or something that I could post, but that's okay. So we're gonna do like a little welcome comment for them. And like I was saying before, like unless you know a lot of people already who are in ARTFIGHT, it can be like kind of slow going to build up your followers. So leaving little comments like this just kind of help them know, hey, I see you. I hope you have a great time, and pay it forward. Like just pay it forward, the enthusiasm, perk up somebody else's day, help each other stay motivated. Nebu says, I'm going to have so many friendly fires since I'm drawing something for each of your followers, and most of them are on Team Seafoam. Yeah, sometimes it just kind of happens that way, where you and all your friends end up on the same team. And then D says, what about my page? Wait, D, wait. What do you mean? Wait, have I not messaged you yet? Hang on. I thought I did though. What? I saw your thing like forever ago. No way. Oh, hold up. Did I skip somebody? Crazy. I don't know. You gotta help me out here. Tell me what to put in and I'll check it out. Sheezy art. Okay, let's try it. Hopefully you're not leading me astray. We'll find it. Sheezy art has been launched. No, it has not. You lied to me. It says it's not there, D. You gotta help me out. At Bingo Ned, I'm gonna beat up Bingo in our fight. Puts up the fisticuffs. Pilfer's picking a fight with you, Bingo. I'll pass out the popcorn. Everybody needs who needs popcorn? I'll share. I can share my popcorn, that's fine. Tanilla says, yep, it's always good to try something new during art fight. It's the perfect time. Agreed. That's why I try to set goals for stuff that I'm like not good at. Things that I want to get better at. That's what I try to do. Tanilla says, we hire monkeys. Click the top right of the website and select team settings. Oh, okay. Your username is like basically the same as your, what do you call it? Your YouTube. So Fanatic 600. Yeah, I've definitely been to your page. What are we talking about? Whoa, hold up. This is fancy. You did something fancy. Team Spectre, artfight.net. User, are you spectating? No. You're not spectating. You've picked a team. You've chosen a side. You are not Sweden. You are not neutral. You are on Team Seafoam. You are not a spectator. Characters will be redesigned soon. 9 days remaining. Oh, I love how you have got a countdown going here too. Yes. Okay, awesome. So, wait. Is it your first year though? It's not your first year. I kind of try to save the welcome to art fights for first years, but it doesn't always have to be the same message. Sometimes it can be a different message. Like, for instance, let me make an example. Let's go Team Seafoam for the win. And I know you're seeing me write this on stream, but that's okay. That's okay. Still gonna post it. Just pretend like you're surprised when you see it. June, hello and welcome to the stream. You made it in time to watch the stream. Yes, you did. You did great. You're doing super great. Serb says your art style is very different and you're excited to draw who? Wait, I don't know who you're talking to, Serb. Are you talking to me or Dee? Because we're looking at Dee's page. This is Dee's art style. These are Dee's characters. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, I looked at this gosh, I know we looked at this before. We looked at not last stream, but the other stream, because I remember I saved this one. Yep, I saved this character to my bookmarks. I remember now. You can't fool me. Yes, you're on my hit list. Get ready. Puts up the fisticuffs, just like Pilfer. First year at Hogwarts, says Pilfer, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Lunar Garden, the thing about Art Fight I like is seeing how people interpret your characters and what you need to improve on the design. I don't yet, yes, but hard asterisks there. You don't need to improve them in any direction that somebody else did it, only if you want to use or incorporate those inspirations and ideas. Yeah, so if you like somebody's style and the way they draw your character and you want to use some of those ideas or incorporate details, go for it. It's a beautiful thing, but please don't ever feel pressured to change how you draw your character for anybody else. Do what makes you happy with your characters, for sure. We Hire Monkeys is going to be on Team Stardust, so Seafoam's in the chat. We Hire Monkeys just declared war. Feel free to attack them since they've gone at Team Stardust. Allie Hart says, whoa, you have 65 notifications. It's so many. I know. I don't like to clear them out until I've looked at them all. And so I'll go through here eventually and just oh, I have a comment. We'll check that in a minute. Because I like to go through here, and if it's their first year on Art Fight, I do like to kind of just leave a little comment that says, welcome, to Art Fight and hope you have a good year. I just like to, I don't know how to say it, but just make sure everybody feels seen. I don't want anybody to feel like they're not seen, like they're just shouting into the void, because especially I think on the first year, when you don't have any attacks yet and you don't have any defenses yet, it can feel a lot like, we'll go back to the list because somebody just said they saw themselves somewhere on this list. Allie, where are you? Which one? Yeah, it can be kind of sad when you first sign up and you get excited and you log back in and you're like, oh, I want to see if anybody said anything. And then nobody said anything and you feel like nobody saw it. It can be kind of sad, and I don't like that. I don't want anybody to feel sad. So I try to leave comments before I clear my notifications. So yeah, that was a really long explanation. Sorry about that, but hopefully it was useful information. Here we have AliHeart707 who is in the chat, and just so everybody knows, look at this, it's purple, it's purple. Alert, 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 we have a Stardust. We have a Stardust on our page. So Team Stardust likes cute designs, the squishier the better. And they've got some cute designs here. I like this tiefling character. I don't know if it's a tiefling, but I'm kind of just jumping to assumptions. Oh, look at this. Huh. Water for hair? How creative is that? What? This is amazing. Look at this, you guys. First of all, let's not set a precedence here or anything, but I am going to drop that character page in the chat, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. If anybody feels like attacking a very thematic character this year, I just happen to have spotted one in the wild. So I'm going to share that with you all. This is beautiful. Ali, I love it. It's so pretty. Let's check something really quick. So you've been here since 2018, and is this your first year playing though? Like you've signed up in 2018, but this is the first time that you're playing? It looks like you're really going in, because I see a lot of characters here. They've got some really good references. They're super colorful. I feel like you're definitely committing this year. Tell me if I've misread that, but let me know. Yeah. So they said it's my first year playing. Absolutely. That is so good. I'm glad you are joining the fight. Lunar Garden says, I'll be getting some comments from mass attacks that you did last year from people returning. I do love seeing people return. I think it's super special. I actually get kind of sad when people don't return, or if they like skip a year, but then I get really excited if they come back after like skipping. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I really believe that you can make friends on ARTFIGHT. And like some of mine, do you guys want to meet some of my favorite ARTFIGHT friends? People I'm like just, I feel really strongly about that I've been friends with forever. I'll show you some of my ARTFIGHT friends, people I've made friends with on ARTFIGHT. So this person counts technically Keisha. I've drawn with them a lot, but also I think they found me on YouTube first. So that one's not an ARTFIGHT like friend in the traditional sense, but I do have some that are. So Melody of Nature here. This person is somebody that I met, I think, last year on ARTFIGHT, and we did some attack chains, so that's really cute, and this is a new friend that I'll be looking out for again this year, and it looks like they've already signed up, so I think they'll be coming back. Another one is Inspiring Artist, is probably the first one that comes to mind for me. Oh look, this one's Bingo! Hey, BingoNet in the chat drew my, my druid character. Why did I just blank? It's my character. Why did I act like I didn't know who it was? My druid from BingoNet last year. It looks super good. But yeah, Inspired, sorry Cutie did a really good job here. But here she is, Inspired Artist. I've been drawing with her for a couple of years, back and forth. She just joined the same team as me, so it'll be Friendly Fires, for sure. Because I won't skip drawing for her again. I've created like a tradition. I'm not skipping it. She's definitely getting a drawing from me this year. I would be so heartbroken if I couldn't continue the tradition. But she's got such pretty art style. I mean, look at this. This is so beautiful. Oh, let me drop Inspired Artist in the chat for you guys too, because honestly, the more I can share this person's art, the better. I think that they're so good. She draws such beautiful, beautiful art, and she has such super characters, like such a really cool cast of characters. Actually, Pilfer, Already-ish and I talk about this on the podcast that's about to kick off in like 45 minutes. I mention how I've like built this friendship with this other artist through ARTFIGHT, like directly through ARTFIGHT, because I don't know them from any other socials. Like you can join them and follow them on, I think, Instagram or something. But mostly I know them from ARTFIGHT, and every year I kind of come back to see what's new. Like I first drew this character the very first time, Elodie, and then I drew this character last year. And just spoiler alert, if you guys are wondering, I plan on drawing this one this year. She's really pretty. I think she just looks so pretty. And they have lore. All of these characters are connected to the same story, and she's not... Oh, I drew this one last year too. Did I draw 2 last year? No. I drew this the first year, this the second year, this the third year, which was last year. So I've been drawing them 3 years, and this will be the 4th time, and I'll draw this one. So 4 years running. I like the energy of the lady with the book. Which one's the lady with the book? I must have missed something, but. Long story short, okay? Oh, this one, yeah. This drawing she did for somebody else. This is one of her attacks on another player. It's so beautiful. Her backgrounds, by the way, are so much better than mine. We were talking about backgrounds earlier. You want to see somebody who does beautiful, soft backgrounds. She does some beautiful, beautiful backgrounds. Anyway, yeah, this looks gorgeous. Such good art. Like I said, they're on Instagram, so you can follow them there. But mostly I come back to her art fight every year out of tradition to draw more with her, but also to see if she's finally released her story, because all of these characters are part of the exact same story, and I'm waiting for it to come out. I really want to see it. So it doesn't look like there are any links yet to the story, so we might have to keep waiting. But you know, I'm patient. I can wait. It's fine. Tanilla, oh my god, I so need to practice backgrounds this year, right? It's so hard. Backgrounds are so hard. Yeah, Pilfer says the backgrounds are beautiful. Agreed. I super agree. And We Heart Monkeys, I might add a character or 2 from my story. Do it. Highly recommend. Some people aren't that big into stories. They just want to draw somebody that looks cool. Some people care a lot about stories, and I would raise my hand for category 2 because I care a lot about stories. I love a character that has a story. I really like characters that have bios. Like, I'm not gonna read like 10 pages. If you put a 10-page bio, I might be like, oh gosh, I don't have time for that. But if you do like a good paragraph or 2, I'm super into it. I love a good story. I love a good character with a story tied to them. So I'm a sucker for it. That's a good way to trap me into drawing your art. Attach it to a good story. A character with a good story will definitely sucker me. I'll get sucked in and I'll be like, tell me more. And I'll be going through your thing with a magnifying glass like I do with hers every year. Where I'm like, where is the link? Where is the story? Where do I read it? Where did it go? Like hunting. I start hunting for stories. I start looking for web links to like a web comic or to a web novel or whatever, you know? I go looking hard for those. Bye-bye, Allie. Who's leaving? Did I miss somebody? Oh, Allie's gotta go. Okay, I thought I could stay longer, but I have to go. Bye, guys, and thank you so much for checking out the page and showing you all the cool artists. You'll be back for another stream. Sounds good. We'll see you in the next one, Allie. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you navigate to that link that I pinned at the top of the chat for our our premiere podcast that will be coming out in less than an hour. If you can't catch it while it's premiering, that's fine. Always catch like the replay, of course. But a lot of people in the chat here and a lot of the other streamers that you've probably seen doing art fight videos are on that episode. We're going to be talking about art fight. So try not to miss it. And it's Ellis says, bye, Allie. I would like to say hello. It's Ellis. Welcome to the stream. It's so good to see you. I appreciate you being here. You wrote, I do lean to simple characters because your art style is good with simple designs. That's 100% valid. Don't ever feel like you have to complicate things to make them better. Sometimes simple is stronger. Sometimes complicated creates weaknesses. I don't know, but it's true though. There's a reason why some of the strongest designs are super simple, and simple can be bold. It's not always, it's a learning process, right? Like we all kind of develop and learn and figure out what does and doesn't work over time as artists. And art fight is honestly one of the best tools for doing that. At least for me, over the last several years, I have seen such a boom in my abilities after every July because I work so hard on art. Like the hardest I work all year long all happens in July when it comes to my art skills. And at the end of every July, I feel like I leveled up. Like I can honestly, let's do a comparison. Let's do this. Let's check it out. Let's see the difference between the first one, Wait, not characters. Let's go to attacks. The first one last year to the last one. I feel like this is a little unfair now that I think about it because I got tired and burnt out. But here was the last one, right? This was the last one I did at the end of ARTFIGHT. Let's just do the comparison. Granted, I was really tired, super exhausted and kind of burnt out by the end, but we'll still try this just for the sake of science. So here was my last attack. I drew this cute girl. She has a really simple design, but I think it's really strong. It's a really strong design. We've got like sort of the pear-shaped body with a cute little icon because she's a mechanic on her shirt. We've got the goggles up here. We've got a little bit of like an oil splatter behind her. Real simple, but really cute, I think. And let's go to the first one for ARTFIGHT last year and see how my first one looks. Like, let's see if I was like shaky. Did I need to warm up? How did I do? So this was the first one from 2023. See, it's on 2nd July. Probably because the website was down on 1st July. You all know how that goes, right? So 2nd July, this was my first one for the year. I can, like, there's no background, right? We still did the same thing with like the white outline. I was kind of going for like the sticker look last year. I was really into like the sticker aesthetic. So that kind of carried through from the first to the last attack. And then we have like really simple gradient shading and just a tiny bit of this brush technique going on here. But overall, it's kind of flat. Super cute still, I think. I don't hate it. I'm not mad at it. I still like it. But comparatively, man, can I do like a side-by-side? Let's do a side-by-side. I think we can do that, right? Let's compare. That was the point, right? We were trying to compare them. So let's do it. Let's compare them. My last attack last year. We're gonna do it. How do I... Here we go. So we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this. Side by side. The first one and the last one. Do we think that I improved? Back, hello and welcome back, June Berry. Good to Junie Berry. I hope I said that right. Also, Colfer, hello. It's good to see you. I'm glad you made it to the stream. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't see a huge difference between my first attack last year and my last attack. And I do think it's because I went for comfort toward the end. I went back to what I was comfortable with because I was super tired at the end of ARTFIGHT. I was like just trying to get in those last few. I was running out of steam. So kind of how it looked in the beginning when I was just getting warmed up and I was still feeling like I had sea legs. And at the end, when I was really tired, they look really similar. The style looks really similar. I think I kind of defaulted back to my comfort zone. You go by Junie, but you're happy with any name. Okay, Junie is easy. I can do Junie. To the lists, I definitely prefer the last one, but maybe because I like pretty girls. Yeah, I do. I will say, so comparatively, we did add, even though I tried to keep it low, kind of low effort for me because I was tired, I still added a background, even though it's just a little bit of like, it's not like a physical background, it's more of like a wallpaper. We got like the oil spill because it's still tied into who she is as a character. I picked this teal color because I think the teal and the purple look good together. So I did a complementary color for the background as well. I also look at the difference in shading. Shading and highlights. I went way harder on the shading and highlights here in the hair than I did over here. You can kind of see that there's a lot of flat color in this one. And there's a little bit more, just a tiny bit more detail in this one. Junie says, I can see a difference in the hair shading. The last one looks smoother with the hair. I agree, I think so. So I think like there's tiny like clues that I made that my default style, my default like fallback, comfort zone art had like just boosted a tiny bit in the detail department. There was a tiny boost in my start point to my I'm so tired, this is all I can do now part. But let's do me a little bit of like to my credit. We're not gonna look at the last few because I was really tired for the last few. These I was really tired for, all 6 of these, because I think all 6 of these I kind of did in the same 3 days, the last 3 days. But if we go back, like let's look at this one for example. From here, from the first one where I was getting sea legs to this one, are we seeing any kind of like there's a lot more detail, right? There's a lot more gradients. There's a lot more highlights. We're seeing highlights on these pearls and things. There's way more detail in like the hair. It's more complicated. There's way more partitions. The pose is a little bit more. I also did full body here, whereas here I didn't do full body. I did 3/4. So I kind of like took it easy on myself there with a 3/4 view. I don't know. It's not a massive difference, but it's just something to think about, like how you grow from one year to the next year. So maybe last year I didn't see a lot of growth, but I definitely feel like in other years, gosh, I keep going to the wrong tab. I feel like in other years I saw a lot of growth. So maybe that wasn't my best example, but I'm gonna try this year to see a lot more growth because I'm gonna try to do, and last year my goal wasn't also to try a lot of new techniques, so maybe that was the problem. I wasn't actually pushing myself to learn anything new. I was pushing myself to draw more. So my whole thing last year was to just draw at least 30 attacks because I wanted 1 a day on average. And I did 2 animation pieces, so that was also a bit of a push. But style-wise, technique-wise, I wasn't learning anything new last year, so maybe that's why we don't see any difference really. But if we back up further to other years, we're gonna see some actual growth because I was actually learning new techniques and stuff. So like we go here from 2021 to 2022. It's a very short year, but I do feel like I learned some stuff. So just little things. I know what I'm looking for. I know what my differences are. Like this, for instance, I felt like I had hit such a growth spurt in art with this piece. The ARTFIGHT glow up is real, says Junie. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you. I was like really struggling. I was really struggling to try and say that. You're so right. It's like the ARTFIGHT glow up. Artbreaker, I didn't know it was possible to get an ad during the live. Yeah, they should be staggered though. I checked the little box that says stagger them, so it shouldn't be like everybody gets a blackout at the same time. Everybody should be seeing them at a different time. So hopefully it's a little less disruptive. Tanilla says, I hate refs. Don't worry about not having a lot. Who is it that's worried about having a lot of refs? You started to live simpler designs since you had to design Muppet characters for your main story. Yeah, there's definitely some strength in the simpler designs. You can be a lot bolder, but you gotta be intentional with it for it to really land. Lunar Garden says, one of the attacks you got last year put a cat image of the reaction to your lore. Yeah, I'm telling you, adding your story lore to your character bio can do wonders for people who are big on reading. For sure. And Tanilla says, I want to make a webcomic with your OCs, but you don't know when. I am 100% into that. I make webcomics with my OCs, so I super support that. If you have questions about it, I'll try to help. If you want my help, let me know. I have videos. I have a few videos on how to make webtoons. So if you want to do webtoons specifically, like, or tapas, the vertical scroll kind, you know, I've got videos on that too. Oh my gosh. I feel like I missed a lot of chat when I was struggling to talk about the glow up. And then I was like looking for examples and I was like, why don't I have any examples of glowing up? I swear it happened. I just can't find it right now. But yes, ARTFIGHT is so good for that. It's Ellis says true, but I want to make sure stuff is updated. Plus, it's good art. Workout. It's just yeah. You're talking about references. I totally get that. Siege of the Wolf. Fun question. Would you rather have a featured attack or have someone else have a featured attack of your character? What does that mean? What's a featured attack? Pilfer says Perry's a pro at webcomics. She creates the hit comic Sonic the Hedgehog. No, I do not. Don't put that thought into people's heads. They're gonna want me to draw Sonic and then they're gonna be sorely, sorely disappointed. I don't think I have the Sonic gene. I don't think it's in me. I could try really hard, but it wouldn't be natural. It would definitely be a work. It would be an effort for sure. Lunar Garden says my art from 2022 versus now is insane. Yeah, I'm so convinced that ARTFIGHT helps you level up. I really do believe that. I can't prove it. I just tried to go through my gallery to prove it, and then I was like really I feel like on the spot, like, oh no, we're doing this live and I can't find what I'm looking for, but it's there. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. Nebu says, darn, I wanted you to draw Sonic. Just kidding. Yeah, it wouldn't be my best work, but I would try super hard. I always try super hard when I'm trying to draw for other people. I want them to be happy, you know? Tanilla, I think they mean on the results news post. Oh, you mean the, yeah, the one they put out at the end of each year. So if we go to the news bulletin board and we scroll down past like the team announcements and here's the merch announcement. I got this one. I didn't get these, but I did order this one. I don't know how they're gonna get my address since, what's it called, didn't ask me for it, but I don't know. I imagine I'll get email or something. Just keep scrolling, keep scrolling. So that was the rules changes update, and then they announced the theme reveal, and then past that we should see the previous from last year. Oh, that was the, yeah. So, nope. So they were really working on transparency. So for anybody who doesn't know, last year there was a lot of concern about financial transparency with ARTFIGHT, and they went through a whole upheaval and I think a change of leadership, which I have like very little knowledge of. I didn't really follow the drama there. So by the time I found out about it, it was already resolved and it was a non-issue. But they wanted to make sure that they were super transparent with everybody, so then they put out a bunch of newsletters about that, which you can read if you're really interested in how that all went down. But if we get past all of that to the point that I think CJ was making, it's on page 2. Page 2 of what? Are there pages? I don't understand. Are there actual pages? Do I need to like, oh my gosh, there are actual pages. Okay, page 2. So not there, here they are. Okay, this is what you're talking about. Number 1, top attack. The attack that did the most damage is Wowie. So this is the one that had the most points. It was like this 3D animation of people's OCs, which is insane. I can understand why it did so well. And it earned, look at this, 14,000 points. Number 2 top attack was this mass attack, also another animation. This one's kind of a GIF. And then number 3, I don't even know. It's like a fandom attack. Like, I think this is like Mario Land, or I don't know. This definitely looks kind of like Mario Land here. So anyway, it's fandoms, and it also another animation. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I'll ever make it onto this page, CJ, because I don't animate nearly enough, and even if I did, it wouldn't be on a scale that would compete with these. Like, I don't have that kind of time. I have a day job and I am slow. I'm a slow artist. So me being able to animate something on that scale, I would have to take the entire summer off work to do that. And even then, it would be a close call. This is really cute. I like this. So, I don't know. I can't even answer that question in good faith, because I feel like, CJ, I can't even fathom drawing anything that would make it to this page. So, except maybe this, like featured comics. I like comics. It'd be fun to draw some comic pages, but I am sure even these are like full chapters or something pretty extravagant. So I guess that only leaves one answer, which is I would rather my character be in one, because I know I don't have the time to make one, so the only thing left was to maybe be included in one. That would be pretty cool. Serby, my attack is in the VTuber model category. See, Serby might make it to this list, because they're actually building straight up VTuber models, which is wild to me. That's so cool. So if anybody's gonna make it on this list, maybe it'll be Serby. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. But it's a great question. And also I appreciate you pointing this out, so that we could kind of like, it kind of goes back into that other category we talked a little bit earlier about, like, what's possible, right? Like the, like above and beyond, people who go above and beyond kind of commentary here of people just doing the most, you know, in the best kind of way. And people even make games, like, look, get out of here. Are you kidding me? People are so gifted. People are so skilled. And you know they're just doing this with other people's characters, because it's ARTFIGHT related, which means they're putting that kind of time and effort and love into somebody else's characters. It's not even their own characters. Can you imagine? That's so beautiful. there's a traditional art category. I might have a chance, says Tanilla. I'm sure there is. There's a category for all types of art. Revenge chains, people who went... How? Tell me this does not say you did 1,000 revenges. That's what? In 30 days? How is that possible in 30 days? Oh my gosh. 1,000 levels in 30 days. I feel like that just doesn't make sense. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. These people must be taking the whole summer off just to draw. I would love to have that freedom. That'd be amazing. We Heart Monkeys says, I have other ideas now, like parallaxing, 120 frames per second animation, not for ARTFIGHT though. Nebu says, man, people don't mess around. I know, right? Like these are the committed types who are taking the summer off. They're like, July, all I do in July is wake up, eat breakfast, ARTFIGHT. Go to bed, wake up, eat breakfast, ARTFIGHT. That's like their whole month. That is the whole month of July, just doing this, because you would need all of that time just to do that. 16 artworks per day, dear God. That's what I'm saying. It's Ella's, that's right. Like, oh, I can't even. Like, how? It just, whew, wild. And then they don't run out of energy. They make it all the way through all 30 days. It's just so much. Nebu says, I don't work and I can't even draw that much. Yeah, that's my point too, Neb. Exactly, Nebu. Even if you had the summer off, you would have to still be able to keep your momentum up for that long. That's a lot. That's like an hour for 8 hours of sleep, not even including food. Yeah. I wonder how simple some of the attacks got. Like if some of the revenges got real simple, like 15 or 5-minute sketches maybe. I don't know. The perfect cycle: breakfast, ARTFIGHT, 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 maybe sleep, ARTFIGHT while sleeping. That's a beautiful, beautiful cycle. And then there's one for most helpful member. Oh, that's so cute. I like this. This is really pretty. All right. Nebu says, yeah, there probably also drew a lot of simple shaped characters too. I feel like you'd have to. That'd have to be part of your strategy. If you wanted to make it on this list, part of your strategy would have to be drawing simple shaped characters in order to even do that high of a volume of attacks. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense, right? It's the only thing that makes sense to me, because I can't even imagine trying to do something that's so much. It's so much. Look at this. The 3 team werewolf users who made the most attacks. Revless Fox, 4,265 attacks. I gotta know. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, well, that's another one we need to add to our fancy thing. We're gonna add this to what's possible. Oh my goodness, and they were here 1 hour ago, which means they are coming back, you guys. They're coming back for more. So let's look down here at their attacks. 6,000 overall, 4,000 from last year. Are they even human? Kofor asks. That's a valid question. Are we being infiltrated by the AI? Oh no. But here we go. I think we have our answer, you guys. I still think these are really cute. It's not super low effort. They still used color. They made these little pixel characters. I think it's still pretty valid. I don't think that they didn't get lazy with it. I was expecting like some really weak pencil sketches or something. But no, they were very strategic. They had a really simple style in mind. And then they delivered. Like over and over and over again, they delivered. This is cute. That was a little bird. Look at this. I think it's just brilliant strategy. This person really had such a strong aesthetic in mind. Like simple but strong, right? Simple but bold. We talked about that earlier. Look at this cute little alien looking thing. This is so freaking cute. They are little pixel arts, because look how tiny the final, like the thumbnail is bigger than the art itself. So these are little pixel arts. This deer, look at this deer. I want to see the sword. I want to see the, oh no, it's been archived. Okay, let's go back to this guy and let's see if the source is still up. I just want to see how simplified it is. So it started out as a simple character to begin with. So maybe they are truthfully looking for simple characters to turn into pixel art. I just want to know. Oh, it's hidden. I just want to know. I just want to know. I just gotta know. I gotta know. This looks like a bee. It is a bee. So yeah, really cute. I think these are super valid attacks. I cannot believe that they did 4,200 of these in 1 month. Oh my gosh, I can't. This is wild to me. Look at this little chicken bird looking thing. It's so freaking cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm getting distracted, you guys. I'm getting so distracted. But this is interesting, right? This is still interesting information. Oh god, they'd have to do 133 per day for that 4,000 overall, but then they did more. Oh my gosh, Tanilla, you're right. And that's insane to me. Can you imagine just chucking these out? 133 of these a day? Can you imagine trying to upload 133 per day while ARTFIGHT is being like kind of how sometimes it gets touchy, like it gets kind of like iffy on the uploads and the loading screens. Imagine trying to do 133 of these a day and get them all posted. I almost feel like you would need to draw and then just send the final to an assistant who would do all the work uploading. Because uploading, like getting all this stuff uploaded, to do 133 of these and then to also upload 133 of these, I feel like that doubles your time. I feel like that would take twice as long. I don't know, like one person could do it, sure, but then you're also fighting the server and the website when it's overloaded. It just seems, I don't know, just wild. Intense, for sure. That is some intense ARTFIGHT strategy. Executed very, very well. Now I need a drink. Whew. We hair monkeys. Remember, everybody, the 24-hour fast was pretty much invented for ARTFIGHT. ARTFIGHT, eat, sleep, eat, ARTFIGHT. Yeah, that's so wild to me. Yeah, so that's what I mean by I'll never make it on that list. I just couldn't even imagine it. And then the top player for Team Vampires. Oh no, did you guys just see what I just saw? The top players for both teams last year are both on Team Stardust. We are so screwed. Seafoam is so screwed. Wait, no. But then the second and third place folks all joined Seafoam. So maybe this balances it, maybe it'll balance itself out. Maybe second and third place taking Team Seafoam can rival the first placers joining Team Stardust. Stardust for the wins, as Culver rubs hands together, we hair monkeys. You never know, maybe with like the second and third placers both on our side, we could still win. You don't know. I'm just saying, it is intimidating though to see these two both on Team Stardust. My gosh. And so I think I said this person did 3,000 attacks last year. And this is what they look like. I mean, there is no bones about this. Some of these are really intense. Like, first of all, this toast, super cute, by the way. But this robot, this television character, has some serious detail in it. I'm opening the toast just because it's cute. But look at that. That's no small effort. There's like a lot of like, what's the word I'm looking for here? There's some, not texture. I'm looking for a different word. Like dimension. There's some dimension in this shirt. There's some detail in this face. And yeah, they did over 3,000 Poké Latte. 3,000 last year, this user did. They even made the toast 3D. They made 3D toast. They didn't have to do that, but they did. Oh my gosh. We're in trouble. If this person is gonna play again this year and do another 3,000, we're in trouble. That's so wild. They're not, see, I would have expected the top players to be using a way simpler strategy, but they're just chucking them out and they're not doing the bare minimum. I thought for sure it'd be like, oh, the people who draw the most would be doing the bare minimum, but they're not. That's insane. And also kind of inspiring. Lunar Garden, I'm fine keeping my losing streak for another year. Don't resign us yet. We're still in the fight. It hasn't started yet. We still got a chance. Naboo, not gonna lie, I'm worried about Seafoam members changing to Stardust during the fight. Yeah, sometimes people switch teams. I don't know what that's about. I've never switched teams, but it happens. And you know it does, because like if you look at your stats bar, oh my gosh, I gotta scroll up forever to get to it. We're not doing that. We're gonna just click and drag. You look at your stats bar, you scroll down to your badges, your achievements. You get a badge. Well, yeah, you get a badge for winning, but you also get a badge for loyalty. Look at this, Werewolf Loyalty Badge. So I've never switched teams. So all of my team badges come with loyalty badges. So here's my Bloom loyalty, my Cyberpunk loyalty. I was on the winning team that year, but then this is my Spice loyalty badge. I should have a Dream loyalty. Oh, they didn't make them back then. So like that's, Sugar and Spice was the first year they started doing loyalty badges. Is that true? No, it's not true. Here's coffee. It's just not up here with the Team Coffee bean. Team Coffee loyalty. Here's my Dream loyalty. See, Team Dream loyalty. Cyberpunk loyalty was up there. So yeah, loyalty badges. There's a different badge for if you're a team trader. They have like a badge for that too. But I don't have any examples of it because I have never switched teams. I would never. We Hair Monkeys, I think we very won. Seafoam changed to Stardust? Ha, who would do that? Ha, ha, ha. I'm innocent, I swear, says Junie. Artbreaker, I switched from Stardust to Seafoam because all my friends were Stardust and everyone in my hit list was too. I wonder if, so Artbreaker, in your case, I wonder if that'll even count because it hasn't started yet. So if you haven't competed as Team Stardust, I wonder if you'll get a loyalty badge for Seafoam since we haven't started yet. That's very interesting. You'll have to come back and let us know at the end of the competition how that worked out, if they still counted as team switching, if it's pre-ARTFIGHT kickoff. Oh my gosh, guys, I think I'm losing my voice. And I've still got 20 minutes left before we jump over to our podcast premiere. I'm really excited for that. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing about it, but I think it's honestly such a good session because we're sitting down with other ARTFIGHT players and talking about Pilfer, talking about Team Wither still. Hi, Sticky Shorts. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Glad you could join us. Pilfer Pup, we are not... How are you still Team Wither? I feel like that's not true, but I'm not going to go to your page and out you because I happen to know you're working on a team reveal animation. So I will wait to see the team reveal animation when you post it, Pilfer. I will not cheat. I will not look early. And I certainly won't navigate to your page live on stream. I'm just kidding. I'm really not going to do that to you. We'll see it when you drop your video. Thank you. Nebu says, oh my god, another Kokotama fan. I don't know what that is. But I'm glad you guys are finding each other in the chat. That's another beautiful thing about showing up to the live streams, is not only do you get to like commiserate with the YouTuber who is also doing ARTFIGHT, and you can all kind of like share notes and come up with cool ideas, but you find each other. You find other active players in the chat, which is worth its weight in gold, because now you know who's going to actually be active and playing this year, who also, if they're commenting in the Discord, is usually pretty comfortable with leaving comments on ARTFIGHT too, usually. And so, no promises, but it's also a good opportunity to have like some back and forth about your characters and about your art and to get good feedback from each other. So hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Pay attention to who's next to you in chat and maybe check out each other's profiles and give each other a little like thumbs up. Speaking of thumbs ups, thank you for the likes on this live stream. I really appreciate it. You guys have been awesome and amazing. And we do have, gosh, what was it? I'm gonna look back at my notes because I wanna make sure that I've covered everything that I wanted to talk about in this stream. So we talked about motivation, inspiration, momentum, enthusiasm, paying it forward. We definitely talked about paying forward the hype by hyping up other players, by leaving them comments. But you can hype up other players too in places like Discord. You can hype up other players in places like live chat, for instance. It's not all in. Wait a minute. Is there a raid? Sticky raid? What? That's so cool. Thank you, Sticky, for raiding. Nice to see you guys. Welcome to the stream, KK and Rare Webux. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope I pronounced your screen names correctly. If I didn't, I'm so sorry. I am not the best at reading stuff. I can be a little bit phonetic. I'm a phonetic reader. So it comes out the way it's spelled to me, the way it looks to me when I try to read it. So feel free to correct me if I mispronounce anything, but you might have to like sound it out for me in the chat to get me to say it right. We are looking at this. I don't want to look at this anymore. I feel like we've looked at this so much. ARTFIGHT Bingo, that's another thing we talked about. So, yeah, hyping each other up. We covered that. That's a great way to stay motivated and to boost motivation, not just for other people, but for yourself too. Complimenting somebody feels good for them, but it feels good for you too. You feel like you did something good. You put some light into the world and you can feel that light radiating back. So it's a really great habit. I suggest it not just for ARTFIGHT, but for everything. Like, use that kind of habit in your day-to-day life. Do it at work, do it at school, do it with your friends, do it with your family, do it with strangers on the bus if you want to. Just don't be creepy about it. Yeah, just a nice little compliment goes a long way for you and for the person you're complimenting. It's like I said before, two-way street. Put kindness out into the world and it multiplies, right? Kindness is it's multiplicatable. I hope I said that right. It's multiplicatable. So never be afraid to be kind. It costs nothing to be kind. But it's so valuable, it's so rich, and it's so enriching in ARTFIGHT and in life for everyone. So I'm gonna switch screens again one more time. Oh no, my page has kind of gone off the camera. Just to sort of like refresh to get things nice and fresh. And to everybody that just arrived and doesn't know this, I'm usually a digital artist. I make a webtoon, I do videos on digital art, I do a lot of tutorials on digital art. But what I'm gonna try to do this ARTFIGHT, traditional art with markers in a new sketchbook. Don't look at me that way, Pilfer. This is a new sketchbook in the sense that I haven't drawn in it until yesterday when I drew this, but I did not buy it like recently. It's not new, like it's not recently bought new. It was like previously bought, but new because I never used it. So I don't want the judgment, just enjoy the art, I guess. And yeah, I would like to fill up the rest of these pages. You can kind of see the bleed here, so it's gonna be like one page and then next page. We're not doing spreads unless I skip a page because otherwise there's bleed. But that aside, we're talking about my ARTFIGHT strategy this year, and what I want to do is learn new techniques. And that new technique that I'd really like to get good at is with traditional art, specifically the markers. And I'm not going to tell you what Already-ish's plan is, but it's kind of similar. But she'll tell you herself in the podcast episode that we're about to go watch in 15 minutes. Another nudge, nudge, wink, wink for anybody that hasn't. Oh, these are thumbnails. Thumbnails for my webtoon. That's what I'm going to be doing the rest of this weekend. Trying to do. If I don't get distracted by ARTFIGHT again, because that's been happening a lot. And so just for like a little side-by-side comparison, here's the digital character sheet I did for Dottie. And then this is kind of like me trying to recreate it. Brendy has a plan. Hyped, says Colfer. Yes, she does. And she reveals that plan in the podcast episode that's coming out next. So definitely don't miss that. If you want to know what her plan is, and you can kind of stratego for it by watching that. Same for Pilfer. Pilfer talks about what his plan is for this year too. And honestly, I've got to say I super respect you, Pilfer, for what you're planning on doing. Marshmallow Muffin, I have a plan. You do. I did not cut it out in the edit, so all the cards are going on the table. You guys can hide nothing. Nothing can be hidden now. What's said is said, and it's all gonna play out here very shortly. So yeah. There's no turning back now. It has already made it into the cut. It's already in the edit. Call for plan when, says Pilfer. No, Pilfer's plan is super ambitious. I'm gonna just point that out there, and Friendy can back me up on this. Pilfer's plan is so ambitious. I honestly don't have the fortitude to do what Pilfer's doing this year, so I'm going to keep my eyes on his profile and his channel to see how that goes, because I know it's going to be a lot and it's going to be really impressive. Polka Latte says, what's the plan, boss? So the plan is we are going to head over in 10 minutes to this link that I have pinned to the top of the chat, and we are going to watch that live stream together. There's going to be a premiere, not a live stream. It's a premiere video, but premieres mean we get to chat in the live chat. So we're going to be able to have that conversation with you guys while the episode plays. So while we're spilling our guts about the last couple of years of ARTFIGHT and what we've seen happen and what we've done personally and who we met and what we, what kind of stuff we've been a part of or not been a part of and witnessed personally on ARTFIGHT, all of that stuff is there. Hello, are we raiding again? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you guys dropping by with a raid. Let me see if I can say some of these. Elite Wrath, not Wraith, Elite Wrath, hello, and May Liz Nur. That's an interesting name. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Tanilla says spam. Yeah, we've got some sticky raids going on. Welcome to Law Helm 23. We'll just call you Law. Welcome to the stream, Law. You guys are just in time to catch the podcast reveal that we're about to do. And like I said, that is pinned in the comments. We are going to discuss in detail and with other players, which is the fun part. There's going to be a lot of really good background information on ARTFIGHT in that video, and best of all, ARTFIGHT says sticky shirt, yes. Best of all is it's gonna be premiered, which means this chat that we're doing right now, where we can all talk to each other, we can still do that there. So what I'm gonna do, oh my gosh, is switch screens again, because I think we've seen enough of my one page of sketchbook. I swear I'm gonna fill in more. There will be more there, I promise, I promise, I promise. By the end of ARTFIGHT, I'm gonna have crushed this sketchbook. That is my goal. And it's gonna be filled to the brim with your characters to the best of my ability, the best that I can do anyway. And last call, I'm going to remind you guys one more time that if you choose to draw my webcomic characters who are on my ARTFIGHT page, so if you go down here, the second row of my ARTFIGHT profile characters, these are all my webtoon characters, this row right here. You draw them, I put them in the comic. So your art shows up here as a featured fan art, and I tag it back to you. I drop your ARTFIGHT link I credit you. So let me see. Let's grab an example real quick. We're gonna scroll to the bottom here. Oh, this one doesn't have one, so let's do this one. A little bit of a spoiler, just a little bit, just a tiny spoiler. So we've got some ARTFIGHT, or not ARTFIGHTs, but some Venerable going on here. If I scroll to the bottom, from ARTFIGHT years past, oh man, this chapter's kind of long. There we go. What? Obviously, I have a lot of chapters that need art, so if you guys draw me early, you could find your art added to already existing chapters of ARTFIGHT. So one more time, we're gonna scroll through here. And just so you guys know, this is kind of what my webtoon looks like. Well, not kind of, this is exactly what my webtoon looks like, because this is a chapter of my webtoon. So these are the characters, and I'm not gonna slow down for you to read it, but I do love this panel, so I'm gonna slow down for it. I do love this part. I think that's pretty cool. But my point being is this is what I'm talking about. Your ARTFIGHT attacks go here. Featured fan art, and this one's actually by Already-ish from last year. So she drew this character from my webtoon, and just like this, I will tag you and your art right here at the bottom of each chapter for featured fan art. So each piece of art that I get goes on its own chapter, and it will be tagged so that people can come back and find you. Pilfer, Perry's doing a 24-hour stream on July 1st. Don't you say that. Wait a minute. What happened? What did I miss in the comments? What is going on? I did not sign up for this. What are you doing, Pilfer? You're not my manager. Ah! What's happening? Perry, you're the best. Oh, Elite Wrath, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, go Team Seafoam. Make sure you like the stream. I appreciate that, Law. You're so sweet for saying so. And Elite, we all think you're amazing. Thank you so much. Law, I know you can't stay, but I hope you catch the next episode and the next live. And of course, let's scroll down here and make sure, don't listen to Pilfer. I'm not doing a 24-hour stream. I would die. I don't have it in me. I love your videos on both you and Sticky's channel, says May Liz. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. And thanks again for the Sticky raid. I appreciate that a lot, Sticky Arts. You're so wonderful for raiding and bringing your viewers over here. That's so nice. Everyone liked the stream, Elite says. All right, so no, Pilfer, no. We're not doing a 1,000-hour live stream. That is insanity. Unless, Pilfer, you're signing up. If you're signing up for a Pilfer, I mean, we can advertise that all day long. Pilfer's gonna, you hear that, guys? That's what I saw. I don't know what you saw. That's what I read. Pilfer's doing a 1,000-hour live stream. Coming from Pilfer himself, so he is the source. Pilfer, can I join? Oh, speaking of joining, we have 7 minutes. 7 minutes. We need 3,000 art fights for Team Seafoam. Let's go. We do need more Seafoam, let's be honest. Our team is a little understaffed right now. We need a little bit more Seafoam on the board. So if you haven't picked a team yet, I encourage you to go Team Seafoam. Help us, you know, make it a fair fight. Make it a fair fight. Join the team that needs just a little bit of a boost, just a tiny bit. Perry, what is 2 + 2? 2 + 2 is us, right? Like is that the answer? Is that the right answer? We need to even out the teams a little bit, but I still believe in Seafoam. I still think we've got this. If you want a 24-hour stream, Pilfer says I'm down. I would watch that, Pilfer. Not straight. I would watch it in parts, but I would try to pop in as often as possible. If you get to 1,000 subs, you'll do a 24-hour art fight stream. You guys hear that? Pilfer just said, hold up. Pilfer just said, go to channel. This has got to happen. You all need to subscribe. Subscribe to Pilfer. We need that 24-hour stream. Everybody go over to Pilfer's channel real quick and subscribe. We need to get him to 1,000 so we can get that 24-hour live stream. He's also really good. He's a really good artist. I mean, just look at this banner by itself. Amazing. Freaking amazing. So good. The art is so good. Let's go to the videos. Look at this. Look at this. The thumbnails are so clean. The videos look so good. He does animation. Look at this. So cute. This cute little kitty in the snow. Who could be mad at that? So yeah. You're gonna be so pooped if you do it. Yeah, you're gonna be exhausted, Pilfer. That is quite the commitment. We'll get you to 1,000 today, says Sticky. Let's do it. Let's get Pilfer to 1,000. He doesn't have too much further to go. We need like 103. 103 more subscribers. That's all we need. Let's get him to that. Let's get him to 1,000. Marshmallow Muffin says you're gonna sub him twice if you hadn't already. Yeah. I'm subbed, or I'd sub again. But Perry, you're the best. Probably my favorite, says Lirath. You are so kind. Thank you. I'm so glad you think so. I really hope you guys are enjoying these streams and the videos, and more art fight videos are coming, especially streams, especially in July. When did I open an animation window? I feel like the computer's trying to tell me something. I'm gonna close that. You guys don't even see it, but it's... Hang on, I'm gonna show you. TV Paint decided to open itself up. It's like, we're animating today. Somebody needs to tell TV Paint that I haven't animated in years. Like literally 1 year since last art fight I haven't animated, so we're not doing that today. Nice try, TV Paint. We're not animating today. That is not what we're doing. What we can do though, and I think we should do, is probably hop on over, there we go, to our premiere, because that is happening in 3 minutes, as you can see up on the screen. So I'm gonna end this stream here. Thank you guys so much. Again, thank you for the likes, for the views, for the chat. You guys have been amazing. This has been probably one of my favorite streams in a long time. And I hope we see you guys in the chat window for the premiere, which is starting in 2 minutes. So again, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I will see you guys again in a few minutes, just on the other channel. So join us on the podcast, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.